Hello, I'm back for another episode of this story that is my life. I want to talk about a few things today. There's a little incense in the air. Still haven't figured out what this channel is yet. I'm not a tarot reader. I read people though, so I don't know what you would call that. An intuitive reader. I don't know. But I want to read some more poetry, and I have a challenge. So, first, let's read some poetry from my Stealing chapbook. I wrote a chapbook. It's called Stealing. Some are in free verse, and I have two in free verse and one in octava rima. So, let's get started. I hope everyone's doing well today on this Sunday. I hope you're feeling blessed and highly favored. The first one is called Thieving Bastards. Thieving Bastards. Thieving bastards always know a crack of weakness you show. To them, it seems a slight. To you, it shows strength of might. Thieving bastards try to come slick, yet everyone took a lick. To them, no shame in the game. To you, their shame, my fame. Thieving bastards plot to trick, trying over and over and falling sick. Never understanding the size of my fight, still they push for outcomes without light. Thieving bastards finally reach too low, a hop, a skip, and a leap I grow. The constant insanity is lame, treating me like shit, expecting the same. Thieving bastards have no idea I was on to them. A trap and a snare and a slightly torn hem. A nose like a horn with godly calm, I inhale from you your tiger balm. Thieving bastards forgot about smell. Texas heat in the pocket swells. Dumb enough to be a thief, stupid enough to turn no leaf. Thieving bastards can't swim the current of truth against a whim. Events played out like a psalm. I'm sipping peach schnapps under the palm. Thieving bastards didn't get a sale. To us, all is well. To them, it brings grief. So sit and brood, you common thief. That's Thieving Bastards. The next one is called Stealing Joy. Stealing Joy. A thief gets a TV and some cash, your weed and the last piece of hash. Takes it quick, then leaves in a dash. The moment feels like a flash. Undiscovered, unseen, and clean. Disrupting the day and the whole scene. The timing has left you lean. Emotions and anger bills you mean. The process of recouping loss. Lowly thief is now boss. I'll repeat that. The lowly thief is now boss. Upon my joy grows moss. A thief and his habits need a floss. Every victim should have a day to show true loss of a thief's way. The thief's present and should stay. Under the burden left behind they should lay. Buried beneath stolen trust, once a friend in lust, cutting ties is a must. Before an act of violence is a bust. There is no joy in knowing it was you. Clearly, you waited until a moment came true. chitty and giddy the entire day through. You struck with skill as you do. Stealing, I see now, is your thing. One moment you can't afford, now a ring. In the morning, no bling. The evening, now chicken wings. With all the sides plus beer. My heart is heavy with you near. Yes, you got away with it, dear. Strutting like a peacock with no fear. I know it was you who took from me, boy, looking and acting so coy, leaving my life in destroy. Not my friend, but a thief who steals joy. And the last one in Octava Rima, it's called Stealing Time. A thief steals time when they flock, a clock ticking loudly behind the ears, standing or sitting just to gain restock. Now you must shift into many gears, waiting in lines or buffering the clock. Thieves don't have the same lives or things to fear. Stealing dimes, you miss the millions in time. Someday you will feel and pay for your crime. And I am guessing that someday is very close for some of you folks. So, this story called My Life feels like an after-school special, feels very put upon. These people, these entities, they're not going to stop. They're going to still cast their spells. They're going to still try to steal. But it don't matter anymore because I'm so over it. Now it's starting to feel stupid. Yeah. Real stupid. So I want to talk a little bit about recognizing when you have a handler. Because what I recognized this morning when I woke up is that everyone in my life has been a handler. They have. And when you are a handler, you take in and absorb all the information you are for the person you are handling, and then you kick out suggestions and things so that things go in your way. For many years, I mistook that for concern. I mistook that for someone loves me. I mistook it for somebody cares. And now that I'm learning the difference, I'm actually realizing that everyone's been a handler because everyone has had a vested interest in the outcome being beneficial to them. The handling part, though, it's really interesting because your friends, your family, your co-workers, acquaintances, people who know you but you don't know them, all that situation, many of those people were handlers. And so it becomes real interesting because when you break these generational curses, when you break these spells, when you break out of and underneath the things that have been controlling your free will and guiding your life, you start to understand and see people for what they really are. I've been handled by a lot of people my whole life. Part of my story is I don't have any memory before the age of 7. And I believe it's from them doing so many spells and feeding me so much poison. And also some very traumatic things happening before the age of 7. There's a lot of disassociation and a lot of using things to cover up so you don't feel, or you don't, you know, have any memories, or you don't, things don't remind you, you don't get triggered. There's a lot of covering up stuff so that that stuff doesn't happen. And I believe when you do it over and over and over and over and over again, you lose those memories, you know. And for some people, the memories are so hurtful and so damaging that just to remember it can cause catastrophic events in your life. I am past that. It took a long time to get past that. So what I say, from the point that things were happening out of my control and they were exercising free will over me, to the point where I am exercising my own free will, it's years. A whole lot of years. This doesn't happen overnight. It's not something that is, oh, now I know, and then you move on. It just doesn't happen that way. So what happened to me is there were a lot of triggers. And oh, by the way, I have done therapy for years. Years. And for about 14 years, I was seeing a therapist every week. And it helped. At first, I was resistant to it. So I went through a few therapists. And at first I was not liking it because I was getting triggered, and I not having the right therapist, then you're not being given the tools and the skills you need to acquire to deal with being triggered. So it was painful. It was very, very painful. And that kind of goes back to the handler, because when your handler finds out you're in therapy, it scares them. They don't know what is what. And a lot of the reason why some therapists went south for me is because of my handlers. Negative over just simply the fact that I was in therapy, but also negative because they don't want me to find out. They don't want me to remember. So to reiterate the story, I do not know who my mother and father are. I do not know my lineage or my bloodline. One interesting thing about handlers is anything of the past, they try to keep it from you. So I have an interesting challenge for those of you out there who watch this video. I challenge anybody who knows me, who knows my family, to find a baby picture of me. Okay, people lose baby pictures in fires and earthquakes, accidents, floods. Like when I worked on the flooding of the Delta, we saw tons of pictures going down the river, right? So people lose baby pictures that way. I understand that. But many of them were able to recover the baby pictures because they had given pictures to friends and family. So I challenge anyone that knows me to produce a baby picture of me, because I have none. And the fake mom that I grew up with, when she left California for Texas, I cleaned out her house. And she had baby pictures of everyone in the family but me. So I find that very interesting because when I asked about it, I was told, oh, I lost all these pictures in a fire. Well, yeah, I understand there was a fire. I get it. But you have baby pictures of everybody in the family, but you don't have any of me. I'm just saying, and that is the challenge. Anybody out there can produce a baby picture of Camilla Tyler. Also, not just a baby picture, but a childhood school picture before the age of 7, like kindergarten, preschool, I don't know, family reunion, any of that stuff. Because now it's the story is all kind of gelling together as far as my parents, my lineage, my roots, my bloodline. It's all starting to gel together. It's all starting to be like something definitely went on before the age of 7. Definitely. And I couldn't tell you what it is, even though I was there. But somebody out there knows. And let me tell you, free yourself from the burden of knowing. Free yourself from being haunted by my ancestors and the Most High, who get after you in your mind, your body, and your soul to tell the truth, to have the truth come out. Because that's what we're after here. We're after the truth. As a truthsayer, I really feel like let me just say this. I really hope that somebody in the family that I grew up in has enough gumption to come forward and tell the truth. Because you guys know that I've been wanting to know this truth for a long time. And a certain one or two of you have been lying to everybody else in the family. And now I'm getting it. Now I'm getting why people look at you a certain way. They wonder why you haven't answered them. Because you're going through those individuals. They're not talking to me. In fact, since 2019, 2020, I have not talked to anyone in the fake family, any of my cousin sisters or cousin brothers, or brother cousins, or sister brothers, sister cousins. Because I'm going to say it right here and I'm going to say it right now. I did the DNA. Yep. I did the DNA. And there are no direct lines to any of y'all. There's a bunch of leaves, but there ain't no direct lines. So that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying, basically, is the challenge today. Oh, and last night I could feel another black magic attack, another spell work. What y'all got, some voodoo doll or some crazy shit like that you working with? You didn't pin my hand to my ankles? Yeah, that's some crazy shit, ain't it? Shit ain't working. It's working on you, though. It's working on you. So, relieve yourself with the truth. Because for many of you, you don't know this, but if you're being haunted by spirits, the quickest way to end that is to tell the truth. The God's honest truth. Tell what you know, speak out, say something, especially to someone like me who they claim, at least the birth certificate says, that I'm 60 years old. But, you know, I got a few gray hairs, but I don't feel 60. Just saying. Just saying. So, yeah. And On top of that, y'all probably can produce some pictures of family reunions where I ain't nowhere in sight. I ain't nowhere around. You know, you done left me at grandpa's house somewhere playing with the kids, dropped me off with all the kids. Everybody else, I'm a teenager, and everybody else is going off playing with teenage friends, doing da 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 da. You done kept me away from life. And now that I'm recognizing what's going on, I want to see them baby pictures. Because this is what I know now. Y'all may have stolen from me. You may have gotten away with it. But I'm almost for certain you don't have nothing to show for it. And those of you who do have something from your aunts, uncles, grandparents, grandma, grandpa, great grandma, great grandpa, siblings, those of you who do have something, you might want to check where that come from. Because they've been playing in my energy for years. They've been stealing from me for years. So that house you think you inherited from your papa, that business, that's probably all my energy. That's probably all me. Some of y'all been getting my trust fund. See, the thing is you think that people don't know what's going on. But it ain't hard to figure out. Not only it ain't hard to figure out, but what mother signs a birth certificate in their married name, which ain't your name? Yeah, it's just that mistake on top of the mistakes y'all keep making to steal money from me is why you ain't got the money. Yeah, you think people don't know. You think. You think. You just don't know. And that's what we're doing today. I challenge anyone out there to accept this challenge. Produce a baby picture with me in it. I would love to see it. I have yet to date to see anything. So until I see it, I'm still believing whatever went on before the age of 7. Must have been a big deal. Oh, and the other thing I was going to mention in this video, Lord, spirit guides, ancestors come to me and talk to me, and they say, until one of y'all speak up and tell me what's going on, tell me about my bloodline and my lineage, every ancestor that passes is leaving me they money, they stuff. I'm not asking for it. But they doing it that way because they pissed off. They mad. I should have had what God ordained for me. But y'all been interfering. You've been laughing, kikiing. Oh, and don't think I don't know about the parties. The drunken parties, the laughter. Ha ha, look what we did to her. She's stupid. She's simple and dumb. She don't know shit. Don't think I don't know about them parties. I know about them parties. That's the mistake y'all make. I don't mind looking simple and dumb. You made a mistake. In order to correct the mistake, you need to come with the truth. Because the truth is the only thing that's going to stop the haunting that you are going under. Scared to close your eyes at night? Sleep during the day? Yeah. Yeah. I know. That's what I have to say today. Accept the challenge. Bring forth the truth. Everybody deserves to know. I did the DNA, but there are no DNA answers for me. It's all blocked. Y'all not letting it out. So you keep holding on to it. You take it to your grave. That's your choice. But don't be surprised when you ain't standing at pearly gates. You're staring at the P gate. Don't be surprised. You know, this is your opportunity in life right now to kick out the truth. I am not the same person that I was before. Yeah, that's what y'all scared of. But you ain't got to be scared of that no more. I ain't that person. Somebody else is that person. They wanted to be me so bad. Now they that person. But I'm not. I'm not that person anymore. So I don't hurt people. I don't have bad things to say. I don't have ill will. And I never, ever, ever held a grudge. I never, ever held nothing against nobody. Because that's not my heart. But accept the challenge. Bring forth the truth. That's what we need. That's what we want. You want it too.